What's up guys, EJ here, back with another video, and it's time for another update. It's going to be my DVD update for July 3rd, 2012. So I've got 9 films to show you, all from 1994. I was hoping it was going to be 10, but one of the movies I bought from a Amazon.com marketplace seller. And because of the holiday tomorrow, I probably won't get it until Friday. So unfortunately it's only going to be 9, but I'm going to improvise for that one, and I'll still be able to tell you what movie it is and tell you what it's about. So let's get straight into it. All these films are from 1994. Up first we have Airheads. Pretty funny comedy starring Brendan Fraser, Steve Buscemi, and Adam Sandler as 3 rockers trying to get their band going in LA, and they try and get their demo heard on a rock radio station, and when they refuse, they take hostages in the station. It's a pretty stupid and fun film. Lots of great people in it. Chris Farley, Mike McKean, Joe Mantegna, even what's his name? Michael Richards, of course, who played Kramer on Seinfeld. Really fun film, actually. The music's kind of okay, and it's just fun seeing Brendan Fraser and Steve Buscemi as trying to be rockers. Pretty cool film, Airheads. So up next, the film that I won't be getting until Friday, and that is Blown Away. Yes, my drawing skills are not very good, but this film, starring Jeff Bridges and Tommy Lee Jones, is about a mad Irish bomber. There you can see my picture of a bomb right there, played by Tommy Lee Jones, who escapes prison and goes to Boston to terrorize the Boston bomb department. And it's a really good film, actually. What I remember most about it is Tommy Lee Jones. He sort of stumbles across this U2 cassette tape at a flea market, and you just hear him like blaring U2 while he's making bombs. It's kind of poetic in a way. It's a pretty cool film, actually. It doesn't really hold back any punches when I saw it a long time ago. So Blown Away is the film I'm gonna get on Friday. I'll probably post a pic on Facebook. Those of you who are friends with me on Facebook and see my updates and stuff, I'll post a pic of it when it comes in on Friday. So that's Blown Away. Okay, up next we have the classic Dumb and Dumber. Of course, awesome Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels. A Farrelly Brothers film, sort of at the height of when Jim Carrey sort of broke through in 1993-94 with the Ace Ventura films and The Mask, and this film really sort of cemented his star status as a top-notch comedian. I've never been a fan of the Ace Ventura films. I know that's blasphemy to some, but I've always liked Dumb and Dumber, and just a fun film, stupid movie about 2 guys who sort of get their trying to get their dog business going, and Jim Carrey follows Lauren Holly all the way to Aspen, Colorado to give her back her briefcase, and of course it's sort of ransom money, and there's all these criminals after them. I remember Karen Duffy is in the film. I don't think she did really much else after this movie, but Dumb and Dumber, I hated the stupid sequel that came out, I don't know, 5-6 years ago now, and I heard they were thinking about doing a sequel to this film, but I don't know, something with the script isn't working out or whatever, but or Jim Carrey just doesn't want to do it. But Dumb and Dumber, a classic. Can't believe it took me this long to get it, to be honest. Okay, up next we have Immortal Beloved. A very good film starring Gary Oldman and Isabella Rossellini. Of course, about Ludwig van Beethoven and his sort of passion for life, for music. And I haven't seen this in a long time. sort of like a companion to Amadeus, if you like. Directed by Bernard Rose. Yeah, I haven't seen this in forever, so I don't really remember much about it. But it's a good film from what I remember, and Gary Oldman is always great. Okay, up next we have another one I can't believe I took this long to pick up, and that is Interview with the Vampire, the Vampire Chronicles, of course, directed by Neil Jordan, and starring Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt, Antonio Banderas, Christian Slater, Stephen Ray, of course, about the vampire Lestat, and very notable because I believe it was Kirsten Dunst's debut film. If not, she was very young when she starred in this. You could tell she was gonna be something special because she's just kind of cool to see her as a young, sort of crazy vampire child. Sort of the film that made vampires sexy, I guess. I guess Twilight and True Blood and all that owes its fame to this film because Interview with the Vampire made vampires sexy, obviously with Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt. Okay, up next we have The River Wild with Meryl Streep, Kevin Bacon, and David Strathairn. Probably one of the only action thrillers that Meryl Streep has ever been in. I don't remember much about this film either because it's been a while since I've seen it. But Meryl Streep is a former whitewater rafting guide who goes on a trip with her family to try and save their marriage. And she ends up having to battle Kevin Bacon through most of the movie from what I remember. I've been whitewater rafting back in 1989 in Wyoming. A lot of fun. That's pretty much the only thing I can say about this film, The River Wild. Okay, up next we have SFW, or So Fucking What. Sort of teen angst film about a hostage situation. I believe in a convenience store. These terrorists take over a convenience store and hold hostages there for a month, and it's televised. And Stephen Dorff sort of becomes a media hero with his sort of doesn't care attitude. Sort of came out when all those teen angst films were coming out in the mid 90s. Pretty good from what I remember. Except the ending, I believe he's like giving a press conference or something, and some girl yells out from the audience, "Everything matters," and I believe shoots him. I'm not sure if that's correct or not, but I know that happens at the end, that she yells out, "Everything matters," in opposition to his sort of catchphrase, "So fucking what." Pretty decent film from what I remember. Okay, up next we have classic Serial Mom, directed by John Waters, of course starring Kathleen Turner as a suburban housewife who takes exception to a lot of people in this movie. Just a fun film. Interesting that people like Ricki Lake are in this as the daughter, and Matthew Lillard, I believe, plays the son. I haven't seen this in a long time, but pretty good from what I remember. Serial Mom, fun movie. Okay, up next we have Stargate, the Ultimate Edition. Of course, this is the film that spawns numerous TV shows. I've seen a few episodes of certain Stargate. I don't know what they're called these days, but this film with Kurt Russell and James Spader is pretty decent sci-fi action film. It's not great. They sort of discovered this portal, this gate with Egyptian writing on it. Well, it may as well be Egyptian because it takes them to sort of a futuristic planet that has Egypt's civilization still going or whatever, because all the aliens, if you like, are sort of dressed as Egyptian gods, and it's under this big pyramid. And from what I remember, they're all sort of dressed like the god Ra. And yeah, it's an okay action sci-fi thriller. Um, James Spader is good as sort of the scientist, and Kurt Russell is the sort of military head of the operation. Yeah, I haven't really gotten to the TV shows, but I remember liking the film that it spawned all those shows. So that's Stargate. Last, but definitely not least, because it's one of my favorite films starring this actor, if you can call him that. And that is Timecop with Jean-Claude Van Damme. Gotta love the Van Dammage in this film, where he plays a cop in the future where time travel is possible, and he part of a force that monitors criminals who sort of use time travel to gain advantage, to like rob the Old West. I remember the opening of the film is there's a robbery of, like in the Old West, and I don't really remember much about this film except the chick from Ferris Bueller's Day Off is in it as his girlfriend. What's her name? Mia something. I'm gonna look it up. Mia Sara. And the bad guy is played by Ron Silver. Pretty cool from what I remember. It's one of my favorite Van Damme films, actually. And I know my sister is a big fan of the scene where he's like in his underwear in the kitchen and he does the splits like across the counters to avoid being electrocuted in the water. Yeah, Timecop, awesome film, one of Van Damme's best. So those are my 9/10 pickups. Let me know what you think of these films if you've seen them. And as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you.